It is another beautiful, beautiful Monday right here on the streets, and I'm pretty surprised. I mean, it is really cool. Unlike, the sun lately these days has been. For today's episode, we are going to be looking at domestic violence amongst partners. I mean, what do you think about domestic violence? How do you think you would react if you were to be a victim of such? And more so, very importantly, what are the long-term effects that it causes on the children? All this right here on Street Files. I am a queen, and I say don't go anywhere.
This episode of Street Files is brought to you by Manifest Apparel.
Tell me, how do you feel about domestic violence? Like, what is your take on domestic violence?
Anyway, domestic violence it is a very bad thing that is happening in most houses, or rather Nigeria. The way I view at it takes different shape. Like myself, sometimes it happens because of inconsistency in marriages, or can I say finance and all those kind of things.
I think it's very, very bad, to be candid. I have never been a fan of domestic violence. I've always spoken about it. But at every point of our life, most of us have been guilty of such. And I wouldn't say it's something very nice. It's something very, very discouraging. And we must do everything we could, so our human strength, to make sure we kick against that.
Domestic violence is, to me, is a situation whereby someone is being violated at home, because the domestic there means home.
Sir, how do you feel about domestic violence?
I think it's wrong, it shouldn't be done. One should learn to control his or her temper, but most of the time it's because it's the men who perpetrate it. So, yeah, it's wrong. It's really, really wrong.
Domestic violence is not new to you now, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about domestic violence?
Very bad. I don't like it at all. In fact, it touches my heart whenever I listen to the news and I hear cases of women being battered, children being molested. It pains me very much, and I think the government, or the system rather, because it's not only the government all the time, even the system, the parents and everybody in the society should make sure that they bring domestic violence to a stop. Because it's very bad, really. It's not supposed to be happening in a civilized world.
How would you react if your partner should hit you? Will you just scatter ground, or you'll be calm and just accept it like that?
No, Mama didn't raise no. But I mean, I'm gone. I can't take it. I don't like any form of violence, so it makes no sense.
Even in marriage?
Even in friendship. No.
Well, what I think is that though many spouses have been abused by their fiancé and who they incited, and I think they should speak up when such a thing happens. They should meet the necessary authorities. That's what I think about domestic violence.
Looking at you right now, you look like, the advocator for no more domestic violence.
Yes.
Put a stop to domestic violence.
Yes.
That means you can never hit your partner, right?
Yeah, you can say that, but most of the time you don't know what you can do until you find yourself in that position. You can do maybe a slap or...
Is this still domestic violence?
No, I know it's wrong, but what I'm saying is it's okay to say, yes, I can never do it, but you might find yourself in a position where you do it. But that consistent, if you do it the first time, there should be remorse, and then you tell yourself never and never again.
All right, so indirectly, this is like never say never.
Yeah. Well, never.
If she hits you, what do you do then in that situation?
Well, I don't pray for a situation where she hits me. I won't let it get to that. Yes.
What if? Let's say what if?
I am good at reading situations.
Okay.
So the best I do, I walk away. So before it gets to that level, well, I'm not saying I'm perfect, in quote, but I'm good at reading situations. I don't push people to a point where they raise their hands before me.
Okay.
You get me right? So I tried as much as I could. When situation like that arise, I just walk away from it.
If my partner hits me, I will just defend myself, but I will not hit her back.
Yeah,
I will defend myself and leave the place. If we're in a room, I will leave the room, and if it's an open space, I will just flee.
You must really
I
be
don't
a
mind if
good
people
husband.
laugh. Yes, because I'm an advocate of violence against women, I am one of the people that are against it in this country. So if I now indulge in such thing, it means I am
You're going against your principles.
I'm going against my will and my beliefs.
If you were to be hit by your partner, if your partner should raise his hands on you, how would you react?
Okay. Though I will be angry, I'll be furious, but there's nothing I can really do because the Bible says your husband is the head. No, like seriously, you can't do anything. To me, other people will react, but if you beat him back, you are worsening the situation, and eventually you pack out. But there's a situation that I saw online. When you get to that stage, I have to move out.
All right. Okay, what are the effects of domestic violence on children? Especially in family setting. How do you see that it affects them one way or the other?
I mean, it's in their formative ages, so it's always wrong to preach violence or what's the word? Children learn from seeing what the adults do, right? So if you are being violent towards your partner or towards anybody for that matter, you're teaching them that it's normal, it's all right to be violent, and you don't need adults like that in society.
All right. So one last thing, what do you think can be done, to curb domestic violence in the society?
I think there should be more awareness programs. I think people should no longer see it as normal or trying to prove authority or whatever the reason why people actually encourage it. It should be seen as wrong and should be frowned against. The society should jointly frown against it.
And we have come to the end of today's episode. Now, based on what you have heard so far, it all points to the fact that domestic violence is a bad thing and it must be stopped. Based on what everyone has said today, it all boils down to one fact. Domestic violence is a bad thing and it must be stopped. Down to my word for today. People may always forget what you said, people may forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So make someone feel special today. I hope I've made you feel special because, I'm your girl. Anyways, do not forget to check out our Instagram and of course our YouTube for all our lovely videos. Till I come your way next time, and until the next episode, stay connected.
If you liked the video you just watched and want more, subscribe now. To watch more videos, click on Watch More Videos.